Welcome back to this week's edition of More Than the Score. I am Brenden West, TH Sports reporter, and alongside me this week is TH Sports editor Jim Leitner. How's it going, Jim?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. I know we have a pretty big baseball game coming up this week, and so we're going to spend some time talking about that here. It's the Dyersville Beckman Cascade game over in Dyersville on Friday. It's a special ceremony because they're going to be honoring the late Tom Jenk. Jim, you'll be covering that game. I guess maybe take me through what's so significant about this occasion. What makes this game so special to you, knowing baseball as you do?
Well, first of all, it's number 1 ranked Cascade versus number 7 ranked Dyersville Beckman. The Trailblazers are the defending Class 2A state champions. They opened the season ranked number 1, and now they're number 7. So if it wasn't big enough as it already is, that's one of those games that you circle on your calendar every single year. But this year it's going to be a little more special because Beckman is going to be retiring jersey number 11 for Tom Jenk Jr. He's the longtime Beckman baseball coach who passed away in October after a 10-month battle of brain cancer. He was more than just a coach to a lot of people out in Dyersville and really in the Dubuque County area and throughout eastern Iowa and actually throughout the state of Iowa. He was such a positive influence, such a great guy, and you never really heard too many people say anything bad about him. And he won. He was very successful, and he got his players to believe, and they were successful on the diamond and off the diamond. So they're going to retire his jersey number 11. They've got a real special ceremony planned. One of the neat things that I think is Jude Milbert, who won the first game in Tom Jenk's career way back in 1974 or 75, he's going to throw out the first pitch to Connor Klosterman, who actually got win number 1,000 for Tom Jenk. So it's going to be a pretty special deal. They've invited all of Tom Jenk's former players out to the evening, and it's going to be a very, very special ceremony.
Unreal. Yeah, I've spent some time working in Dyersville, and I just know it's a very strong baseball community, and you almost can't talk about Dyersville baseball without talking about Coach Jenk. So sounds like a really special ceremony. You mentioned how successful Coach Jenk has been. Maybe you could take us through some of the numbers, because he wasn't, obviously he was a very inspirational person, but he was successful too, and I'm sure some of those numbers really stand the test of time.
Yeah, he coached 42 seasons at Dyersville Beckman, which is, you don't see that very often anymore. A lot of times a guy gets into coaching, and after 10 or 12 years, they kind of get burned out and they move on to other things or get involved with their families. And so 42 seasons as a head baseball coach is pretty remarkable. He won 1,088 games and lost 507. And then when you talk about at the state level, he won 5 state championships and finished second 7 times.
Wow.
And they made it to state 17 times on his watch. So it's certainly one of the most tradition-rich baseball programs in the state of Iowa. I can think of maybe 2 or 3 others that are in that same category. So it's a very special program, and he was really a big reason why they posted those numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. You just don't see that kind of success every day with every team. Obviously Beckman and Cascade, they're 2 very strong rivals. It always seems like they're in the thick of things for every single postseason. Baseball especially, a very strong tradition there. But there's a pretty intriguing connection between Cascade and Dyersville Beckman as it relates to this game. Why don't you shed some light on that?
I think it was really kind of a natural that when they had the jersey retirement ceremony, they did it when Cascade was involved. As you mentioned, they're such big rivals. They go tooth and nail in every sport, boys, girls, everything. They always compete. But I think what was really special was, almost a year and a half ago when Tom Jenk got sick, the people of Cascade really rallied around Tom, and they really supported him. And the Beckman fans had the Team Jenk mantra, and actually the people from Cascade adopted that as well. They had blue and gold Team Jenk shirts, whereas Beckman had green and gold Team Jenk shirts. But they supported that cause, and they really showed a lot of class, I thought, in the way they supported a coach from a rival school. And I think that's something that was really neat and really special. And You talk about the rivalry and everything like that, but in a situation like this, they put that aside and they showed a lot of class in doing that. So it's really a natural that they do this jersey retirement, when both schools are there.
Absolutely. I just remember when all this stuff was happening, and it was during basketball season, and seeing Cascade players, not just when they were playing against Beckman either, but when they were playing against other teams wearing those hashtag Team Jenk jerseys. So, and I was definitely moved by that. Definitely a touch of class there. So that'll do it for this week's edition of More Than the Score. I'm Brenden West, Telegraph Herald sports reporter, joined this week by TH sports editor Jim Leitner. Thanks for watching.